What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. In today's video, we're going to be pulling our shards to complete the Dancer's Path event. There's about 16 hours left in the event. I decided to wait until the last day to complete the Dancer's Path just because we would be accumulating points for Dungeon Diver events. So I wanted to see how much Dungeon Diver points I would have going into the last day of the Dancer's Path before committing the shards. So here on my alt account, we have about 7,000 Dancer's Path points. And the goal for this account, I believe, should be to get all 25 fragments and then skip the champion chase coming next week. One of the main reasons why I decided to go for the additional 10 fragments down here is mainly because these rewards are actually really nice. If you think about it, the 100 legendary relic materials usually show up at around 13-14 sacreds worth during a summon shard rush. And completing basically all 25 fragments here is pretty much 2-in-1, a 2 summon event in 1 summon event for 77,000 points, which is the equivalent of about 17 sacred shards. They gave us 1 sacred shard for free in the shop equivalent, so that's going to cost 16 sacred shards, and then we did roughly 1 sacred shard worth of points in Dungeon Diver points. And so that means it's going to be 15. So for 15, we can basically do 2 summon events plus get 100 of these relic materials, which would have cost us roughly 13 sacred shards. Anyway, so I think it's actually kind of a, like I said, it's a good deal for people that are able to stomach the sacred or shard cost. But it also makes sense for my account because my account here has 71 sacred shards, so I don't mind spending sacred shards here just to give me a little bit of breathing room for next week's champion chase. So without further ado, let's jump into it. We do have a progressive event here. Not sure who I really want. I think I have most of these champions. I mean, Moto would be fine. Sissia would probably be the one that I would want on this account maybe the most. So I'll probably put Sissia here, although the odds of getting anything are very, very low. But we'll put Sissia there. Rotos would be another champion I wouldn't mind having, but I do have 1 Rotos on this account, and it's not like a big PvP account or anything like that. So yeah, let's get pulling here. So we're going to be pulling 15 sacred shards here, so we'll pull down to 56. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Pulling down to 56. Best of luck here. No boosted rate, 6% chance at Lego. Boom, first one. Oh, Thor, let's go. I have Thor. I have 2 Thors on this account, so this is a 3rd Thor. This could be +2 Thor. I do use Thor quite often on this account. It's mainly a PvE account, so he can really pump him up a lot. I mean, first shard, first legendary, really nice. A1 smacks super hard. A2 harder smacker than the A3. A3 brings a decreased speed if you need it. Insane champion for Hydra. Got a passive here for some passive damage. The damage is not insane, but it's a little bit extra. But the A2 hits super hard and the A1s hit super hard as well. Great champion, great damage dealer. One of the best fusions last year. And I'm sure if you guys have him, he's probably one of the champions that you guys use pretty frequently. So it's a 3rd copy for me, so let's see. Maybe we'll +2 him one day. But let's keep going. We got a total of 15 sacred shards to pull on this account, starting back with the fresh mercy. Pulling down to 56. Let's see if we can get another one along the way. That would be kind of nice. Dure to Hunger, not bad. A reviver for a demon spawn faction. Very, very useful for faction wars. Alaric the Hooded. Alaric the Fooded. Alright, there's no epic that I'm really after on this account. I got Geomancer last year, finally, after 3 years of looking for him, but no other epic here. That's super, super necessary. Insenia here for the Mikage Fusion. I'm already done, so not necessary for me. Halfway through the Sacred Shards here on this account. Alright, Ambassador Leflin. Decreased crit rate. Oh, this guy has taunt. Yeah, I remember there was something special about this guy. Decreased ratio of 2 random debuffs. It's kind of like a heal cleanse for a 4-turn. Increased duration of random debuffs. Okay. Not particularly interesting, but could be useful maybe. What's this? Shatterbones. Shatterbones has lockout, right? Decreased turn meter. No, he has a turn meter hit and decreased speed. Yeah, it could be useful for faction wars. I think I used him back in the day. All right. So Poker Sentinel, definitely a champion that I used back in the day. A1 decreased attack with the block debuffs and increased defense. Great for clan boss with those 4-3 speed tunes. One of those starter epics that gets you into Ultra Nightmare clan boss. Foul Sinner, no thanks. Come on, we can't just walk away with one. Of course, it's entirely possible. The odds are against this there. The odds are entirely possible. So 59. So we got 3 more to go. Man, oh man. This, I mean, it kind of sets us up for a 1+1. So we don't want to pull one here so high into Mercy, I guess. We're not even that high, right? We're like 14 in Mercy. This is our 14th shard since a Lego, and we don't get it. We're actually we're very high into the Mercy, which means we're ready for a 1+1 event. Let's just double check Mercy and all that. Mercy. Yeah, so the tracker is tracking properly. It's 14 sacred shards since our last legendary. It gives us the odds here. Every our next sacred shard pull is 10%, so the odds went up. But we're basically looking for a 1+1 at this point to capitalize on 2 legendaries for the price of 1. We did just get Thor. I mean, faction guardian. Oh, we're maxed out on Thor. Oh baby, look at all these barbarians. So that means we can +2 the Thor without feeling bad anywhere. I mean, we could even +2 Turvo too. Yeah, +2 Thor incoming, guys. And let's just double check the points, make sure everything is good. We got 75,000 here. We need 77,000. So we'll finish up the 2,000 with the remaining energy for the day. And what do we have grinding here? We got Dragon Tournament. Yeah, we got Dragon Tournament grinding here. So we can do that, finish off the last 2,000 points. And yeah, we'll be done with, basically done the fusion in terms of spending shards. Pretty healthy shard count coming off of that fusion, so no worries on this account. Let's head over to the main account and we'll do some more pulls there. All right, so on to the main account here. So I think the strategy will probably be about the same. We got 8.7k hearts here. We've been doing some dungeon diving and all that stuff. We did get 4,500 points for free. I think the strategy will be the same. We're going to head towards the 25 pieces here. The end game material for the legendary mats is very important for my account. Obviously, to pick up more relics, very, very important. 15 of these essences is pretty nice as well, although I have lots of these. This is going to be okay. But yeah, ultimately, paying about 14. It's about 14 sacred shards that's going to cost me because of the dungeon diving, plus the 1 freebie, plus the remaining energy for the last day. It should be about 14 sacred shards. 14 sacred shards, I mean, for 2 summon events is, yeah, I would say it's on par. And this allows me to skip next week's summon events. It is a 2x sacred shard event, most likely next weekend, but I'm going to decide to skip it. No big deal for me. Usually I don't pull during 2x events anyways, just for the 2x. On this account, I don't have as many sacred shards. I have 36, but on this account we'll be pulling 14, so I'll pull down to 22. And then we will fill in the rest with energy for the remaining day. There is a Dragon Tournament live, so we'll do that. For this account, I guess Modo, but it's probably going to be Rotos, to be honest. So I can +2 my Rotos if I pull one. We are 8 shards into Mercy, so I'll probably pull 1 Lego from 14. If I don't, then I guess we're set up for a 1+1. But yeah, let's do it. 14 shards, so down to 22. So let's go. Best of luck to me, CC luck. Let's go. Let's go. Not expecting much at all, guys. 6% chance at a Lego. Not expecting much at all. You know, a funny story about this Quivergrass was that initially they had her in very little clothing. Like, this whole center part was gone. So she was basically just wearing a strap across and like 2 straps here. Yeah, that was pretty funny. They had that in the, I believe, the test server, and then they fixed that quickly. So that was kind of funny. I was like, whoa, you guys let this through? But yeah, they caught that before release, so they do work fast. They do work fast. All right, we should be entering Mercy right now. We pulled 4 shards already. So yeah, starting Mercy, every shard gets boosted in terms of percentage. Man, they really should make like Sacred Shard percent, like Mercy increase by 5%. Why did they change it to 2%? Do they really think people get that many Sacred Shards? Absolutely nuts. Looks like we're going to be struggling here today, guys. Max struggling. Corite, very good champion. Good for like Wixwell teams and stuff. Increased duration of ally buffs. All right. Halfway through Sacred Shards already. So far, nothing. We're in Mercy already, pulling. So far, nothing. 36, pull down to 22. Atchak, pretty decent, especially for Spider. Early game Spider would love this guy. All right, we got 5 more. Still nothing. Bane, a free champion you can get from promo codes, right? Really good against Clan Boss. Brings poisons, decreased attack, and then brings the decreased defense and weaken as well. Hits pretty good. A little bit low on the survivability stats, but good damage dealer overall. Super dry, guys. Super dry. We got 3 Sacred Shards left. High into Mercy now. Kind of don't want it, to be honest, so I can set myself up for a 1+1. Kind of don't want it. We got 2 Sacred Shards left. Man, 1 Sacred Shard left. All right, kind of don't want it. Kind of don't want it. Let's see. All right, we didn't get it. You know what? Both the counts are pretty much set up for 1+1 events, which is good. Which is good, right? Which is good. It's a little bit of you know, consolation prize, I guess, considering you don't get anything here. I pulled 14. I didn't get a single Lego. So Dancer's Path, we got 71,000. Oh, I think the math is wrong a little bit. So I can pull 1 more. Sorry. Uh-oh, now I kind of don't want it. Okay, I can pull 1 more. Let's see what happens. Okay, we didn't get it. Ruella, very good epic here. Got the triple hit A1, got the decreased defense, weaken, and decreased speed. Very good for Sand Devil as a budget option. Hey, we didn't get it. We got 77,000 points. And man, our Mercy is pretty crazy here. We're at 23 since our last Lego. So it's been a long time since I pulled a Lego from a Sacred Shard. You can see here on the alt account, we are at 14. So both accounts are pretty primed and ready for a 1+1 event whenever that happens. But in the meantime, I'm going to be saving my shards for a little bit. We don't have to pull next week. Based on the calendar here, you can see we're on Sunday. There's Champion Chase coming next weekend, but it's going to be 2x Sacred Shards most likely. And yeah, Sacred Shards are just not the best to spend during Champion Chase, so it wouldn't be my objective to spend Sacred Shards for Champion Chase. But now that I'm done the Dancer's Path in its entirety, I'm going to full skip this Champion Chase. So we don't need to pull any shards for the remaining week. And then we likely won't have to pull any shards until the weekend afterwards, if there is going to be anything worth pulling shards for. So it'll give me some time to basically stock up some of my my shard count. So far, I mean, it's okay. We have 21 Sacred Shards, not super low, but it's not. It's definitely lower than what it was. I think a couple months ago, I had 60 shards on this account, so it's very easy to spend Sacred Shards, guys. Even though you have such a large amount, you still gonna be spending them rather, you know, rather frequently. And honestly, I just view them as currency. I just use them to, you know, use them to spend and pay for whatever fusion or event that I'm participating in. Don't really look at them as a source of champions nowadays, to be honest. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for me. Pulled about 30 Sacred Shards in this video, and we only got 1 Lego. So both our accounts are pretty jacked up for any potential 1+1 summon event in the future. So looking forward to that, I guess. And we're technically done with the Esme fusion. No more shards being pulled for the rest of the event. So that's a good thing for me. It's a little bit of shard relief. Keep in mind that, of course, your account, my account, everybody's account is different. So make sure you manage your shards properly. Don't just pull sacred shards because you see somebody else pulling sacred shards. Obviously, if you are low on sacred shards or low on shards, you're going to have to pull mystery shards. Maybe you're going to have to fuse some broad maws. Maybe you're going to have to plan out when you're going to pull your shards. How are you going to get your fragment points a little bit differently than somebody else that you're watching? So, of course, always keep that in mind when you guys are pulling for yourselves. But that's going to be it for the video. Let me know in the comments below if you guys got lucky this weekend, if you guys got something good. Did anybody get the Moto champion? If you did, do you want to get the 5-star soul for Moto now? Will you be using him? Are you guys doing the Esme fusion? How is that going for everybody? Or did most people that started already bailed out? I could see that as well. Judging by people's comments about my Hero's Path breakdown, they didn't really like the cost of it. But you have to keep in mind that the Hero's Path is actually 2 summon events in one. If you look at it this way, then it becomes much more reasonable. But of course, if you look at it as a single event, 25 fragments, 17 sacred shards worth of points, it becomes very, very unreasonable. But if you look at it as 2 summon events, it actually is in line with what we usually expect. All right, guys, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.